The Battle of Badr, fought on March 13, 624 CE, 17 Ramadan, 2 Ah, was the first major battle between the Muslims of Medina, led by Prophet Muhammad, and the Quraysh tribe of Mecca. Despite being outnumbered, the Muslim forces achieved a significant victory, marking a turning point in early Islamic history. In 1323, Sultan Giyath al-Din Tughlaq dispatched an army under his son, Muhammad bin Tughlaq, to besiege Warangul, the capital of the Kakatiya dynasty, after its ruler, Prataparudra, refused to pay tribute. The siege lasted 8 months, culminating in Prataparudra's surrender on November 9th. The Battle of Oosterweel, fought in 1567 near Antwerp, is traditionally regarded as the start of the 80 Years' War. This conflict led to the independence of the Dutch Republic from Spanish rule. In 1591, Moroccan forces of the Saadi dynasty, led by Judar Pasha, defeated the Songhai Empire at the Battle of Tondibi in Mali. Despite being heavily outnumbered, the Moroccan army's victory marked the decline of one of West Africa's most powerful empires. In 1639, Harvard College, established in 1636 in Cambridge, Massachusetts, was named after clergyman John Harvard, who bequeathed half of his estate and his library to the institution. It is the oldest institution of higher education in the United States. Tenochtitlan, the capital of the last independent Maya kingdom, fell to Spanish conquistadors in 1697. This event marked the final step in the Spanish conquest of Guatemala and the end of Maya resistance. On March 13, 1781, astronomer William Herschel discovered Uranus, expanding the known boundaries of the solar system and marking the first discovery of a planet with a telescope. During the Napoleonic Wars, a British squadron defeated a combined French and Italian fleet off the island of Vis, Lissa, in the Adriatic Sea in 1811. This victory reinforced British naval dominance in the region. After Napoleon Bonaparte's escape from exile on Elba in 1815, the Congress of Vienna declared him an outlaw, leading to the 100 Days and his eventual defeat at the Battle of Waterloo. In 1826, Pope Leo XII issued the Apostolic Constitution Quo Graviora, reaffirming the Catholic Church's prohibition on members joining Freemasonry, citing concerns over its secretive nature and potential conflicts with church teachings. The United States Congress passed the act prohibiting the return of slaves in 1862, effectively annulling the Fugitive Slave Act of 1850. This legislation paved the way for the Emancipation Proclamation and was a significant step toward abolishing slavery. The Siege of Khartoum began in 1884, lasting until January 26, 1885. Modest forces besieged the Sudanese city, leading to the fall of Khartoum and the death of British General Charles Gordon. During the Second Boer War, British forces occupied Bloemfontein, the capital of the Orange Free State, in 1900. This occupation marked a turning point in the war, leading to British control over the Boer republics. On March 13, 1920, the Kapp Putsch, an attempted coup d'état, briefly ousted the Weimar Republic government from Berlin. Led by Wolfgang Kapp and Walther von Lüttwitz, the coup aimed to overthrow the fledgling Weimar Republic and establish an autocratic government. The legitimate Republican regime fled to southern Germany, but the putsch failed due to a general strike and lack of support. On March 13, 1930, the Lowell Observatory announced the discovery of Pluto, expanding our understanding of the solar system. The Winter War between Finland and the Soviet Union officially ended on March 13, 1940, with the signing of the Moscow Peace Treaty. Despite fierce resistance, Finland ceded territory to the Soviet Union, marking the end of the conflict. On March 13, 1954, the Battle of Dien Bien Phu commenced with an artillery barrage by Viet Minh forces under General Vo Nguyen Giap. This decisive battle led to the end of the First Indochina War and the subsequent withdrawal of French forces from Vietnam. In 1957, Cuban student revolutionaries stormed the presidential palace in Havana in a failed attempt on the life of President Fulgencio Batista. This event highlighted the growing opposition to Batista's regime, which eventually led to the Cuban Revolution. On March 13, 1974, Sierra Pacific Airlines Flight 802 crashed into the White Mountains near Bishop, California, resulting in the tragic loss of 36 lives. The New Jewel movement, led by Maurice Bishop, ousted Prime Minister Eric Gairy in a coup d'état on March 13, 1979, in Grenada. This event marked a significant shift in the island nation's political landscape. On March 13, 1988, the Saikan Tunnel, the world's longest tunnel with an undersea segment, officially opened, connecting Aomori and Hakodate in Japan. In 1997, the Missionaries of Charity chose Sister Nirmala to succeed Mother Teresa as their leader, ensuring the continuation of their humanitarian work. An article published in Nature on March 13, 2003, identified the Champate del Diavolo as 350,000-year-old hominid footprints, providing valuable insights into early human ancestors. On March 13, 2013, the papal conclave elected Cardinal Jorge Mario Bergoglio as the 266th Pope of the Catholic Church, taking the name Pope Francis. President Donald Trump declared the COVID-19 pandemic a national emergency in the United States on March 13, 2020, mobilizing federal resources to combat the outbreak. On March 13, 2020, Breonna Taylor was killed by police officers who forcibly entered her home in Louisville, Kentucky. Her death sparked extensive protests against racism and police brutality across the United States.